Yo, it's me, Asti. Today I got another special video for y'all. I'm making another 2021 NFL mock draft. I'm super excited about the draft, and if you are too, make sure to hit the like button down below. If you want to see me make more mock drafts in the future, subscribe. I'm definitely going to be making more NFL content. And yeah, this is right after the Eagles, Dolphins, and 49ers trade, so it should be up to date unless something big happens after I'm done recording this and before I upload it. So it should be up to date for y'all. Let's get into it. At number one, Jaguars are on the clock, and everyone knows who this pick is. It's Trevor Lawrence. Every single time anyone ever does a mock, it's Trevor Lawrence every time. I'd be willing to bet almost everything I have on this pick being Trevor Lawrence. He's the best quarterback, best prospect. Jags need quarterback. I don't really need to explain much more than that. Trevor Lawrence at one. At number two, the Jets are up, and as you can see, they need everything on their team of needs. So I think you get the best value, best player, with Zach Wilson out of BYU. He is the second most valuable, second best quarterback after Trevor Lawrence, and so the Jets are picking up this high, so they need a quarterback. Sam Darnold is probably out of there, if not a backup, but Zach Wilson will slide right in and start for the Jets, maybe turn their franchise around, who knows. At number three, the 49ers traded all the way up here, and I think they're going to draft a quarterback with this pick. I think they're going Trey Lance out of North Dakota State. I just think the 49ers traded up for a reason. It was for a quarterback to jump the Falcons because the Falcons can get a quarterback easily as well. But I think they like Trey Lance over Justin Fields a little bit better. I think it's just with the timing of the trade up. Trey Lance just had his pro day and Justin Fields haven't had his pro day yet. And so I think they believed in the hype of Trey Lance. They traded up and they're going to take Trey at 3. Now at 4, I don't necessarily think the Falcons are mad that the 49ers jumped them to took Trey Lance, because I think they might like this quarterback more than Trey Lance originally, and that's Justin Fields out of Ohio State. He's from Georgia, which was a cool storyline too, but I think they probably liked Fields better just so they could sit him a year behind Matt Ryan. Also, I think they're taking a quarterback here because they just restructured Matt Ryan's contract, so they don't miss much money after they cut him after this year. So it makes sense to me. Justin Fields at 4. At number 5, the Bengals are up, and I think they could pick from whoever they want, not a quarterback, obviously. I think the draft really starts here because we really don't know who the Bengals could go with. I'd have them going Penei Sewell here, but they could easily go Jamar Chase because of Burrow's connection. I bet he's trying to get the Bengals to get to him. They could go Kyle Pitts as well. Super underrated in my opinion. Kyle Pitts is like one of the best players in this draft. But I just have him taking Penei Sewell. He has great upside, and he'll slide in and start right away and protect Joe Burrow. Now at number 6, the Dolphins traded back. I think they're going to draft the player they could have got at 3, which is perfect for them. Jamar Chase out of LSU. He's just amazing. He just had his pro day in real time here. He's super physical, super fast, like everything you want. He's like a Dez Bryant to me. Super physical wide receiver, but even better. I think that Tua will really like Jamar Chase in Miami. Now, the Dolphins did just sign Will Fuller, more of a deep threat in my opinion. Jamar Chase can do it all, and I think he'll do well in Miami. Now, at number 7, the Lions are up, and they just lost Kenny Golladay to the New York Giants, and I think they go out and they replace him right away with Jalen Waddle out of Alabama. As you may or may not know, I love Jalen Waddle. It's really tough having him at wide receiver too, but Jamar Chase is just that good. I really love Jalen Waddle, and I hope he does well at the Lions. I'll be rooting for him there if he does go there. But yeah, Lions with Jalen Waddle. At number 8, the Carolina Panthers are up. And I could easily see them going quarterback here with Mac Jones. But for some reason, I just think they're going to stick with Teddy one more year. And I think they'll go Kyle Pitts from Florida. As you know, I love Kyle Pitts. I think that they've been needing a tight end ever since Greg Olsen left. They've never had that type of production. Sorry, Ian Thomas. But I think Kyle Pitts is amazing for them. They just lost Curtis Samuel as well. So they're looking for another weapon. And I think Kyle Pitts fits right in at tight end, and it'll be amazing for them. Broncos at 9. Now, they don't really need a cornerback as badly as they did. They signed a few guys in free agency. And so that's why I think they're going to take a quarterback here in Mac Jones. I don't know why. I just think Mac Jones fits Denver. It just seems like it works. He seems like a Denver Broncos quarterback. And I think they're going to take a chance with him here. Either start him over Drew Lock or have Drew Lock start, and if Drew Lock slips up, put in Mac Jones. I don't know exactly how they're going to deal with that, but either way, I think they take Mac Jones here. At number 10, I got my Dallas Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan if you didn't know. But I think they could either go two ways here. I think they could go Rashawn Slater or Patrick Surtain. It's kind of tough picking between the two, but I'm going to go with Patrick Surtain here because they did just lose Chidobe Awuzie to the Bengals. They do need O-line, but maybe they can get a lineman in the second round, either a tackle or guard, or even center, I don't know. But I think Patrick Surtain is just the best corner in this draft, especially after Caleb Farley having his back issues or whatever. You'll see in this mock draft I have him dropping farther than he usually is because of his problems. But yeah, Patrick Surtain at 10 for the Cowboys. Now at number 11, the Giants are up, and they're going to go with Rashawn Slater because the Cowboys didn't pick him. It's not a super fun pick if you're a Giants fan, but you did just get Kenny Golladay, so there you go. There's your fun pick, if you will. But yeah, I think the Giants will just go with protection for Daniel Jones. Kind of boring, but Rashawn Slater is a really solid O-line prospect. Some people have him better than Penei Sewell. I have him dropping to 11 here with the Giants. So now at 12, the Eagles are up, and I think their number one need is wide receiver, and I think they get a wide receiver here in DeVonta Smith. Now, DeVonta Smith has been very sus to me. He refused to weigh in his pro day, which is a very big red flag in my opinion. He's already underweight as it is, and that's just telling me that he's either at 170 or under. If he was over 170, he would want to weigh in to prove like he's not that small. It's just not good vibes for me. I could see him busting in NFL, honestly, even with all the production he had in college. It might happen, especially if he goes to the Eagles. I hope the Eagles draft some bust as a Cowboys fan. But yeah, DeVonta Smith at 12 for the Eagles. At 13, the Chargers are up, and I think this is a pretty easy pick here. Protect Justin Herbert with Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. Solid tackle. I have him as the third best lineman in this draft, and he's drafted as the third best lineman in order. I think Darrisaw slides in at the tackle spot for the Chargers, starts right away, and protects Herbert for the near future. At 14, the Vikings are up, and I have another lineman getting drafted here, this time an interior lineman, and Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. I'm super high on Vera Tucker. I think he's the best guard if you don't count Rashawn Slater as a guard in this draft. And I think the Vikings need it pretty bad. They love running the ball with Dalvin Cook, and I think Vera Tucker helps them out with that. So yeah, 14, Vera Tucker to the Vikings. At 15, the Patriots are up, and I could easily see them going linebacker here. Just a New England pick, but in my opinion, I think that they like someone better. I think they have a real good positional fit in J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. New England loves these super man corners, and that's what J.C. Horn is. He excels in man coverage, and he's a big body. New England loves those type of corners, and so I think he just really fits in New England, and I think the Patriots take him here at 15. And at 16, the Cardinals are up. I think they'd be pretty pissed if New England took J.C. Horn and pick right in front of them because they need cornerback desperately. And I think they're just going to take a chance here with Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech. He's been having some back problems, some problems at his pro day. I don't really know the whole story, but he's been slipping a lot in drafts, mock drafts that is. And I think the Cardinals are just so desperate for corner that they're willing to take the risk on Caleb Farley here. Super high upside. They just need cornerback bad, and I think they go with the best upside in Caleb Farley. At 17, the Raiders are up, and I have two needs there of linebacker and safety, and I think they could get a player that could play both of them right here, and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, JOK. I think that he could either play safety for them or linebacker. He's very versatile. I hope the Raiders know how to use him. He's like an Isaiah Simmons of last year. If you know how to use him, he can be amazing. I just hope the Raiders can figure him out because JOK is a beast. At 18, the Dolphins are up again, and I have him drafting linebacker here, Micah Parsons out of Penn State. Now, there's been some questions about Micah Parsons' willingness to even play football. It seemed like he didn't even want to play sometimes. But he is a great talent. I think the Dolphins will take a risk on him, hopefully make him buy into what they're trying to do. Could start at linebacker right away. Just a great talent. I just need to know if his mental's all right. I think the Dolphins can tap in, get him to start, get him to play the way they want. And yeah, Micah Parsons at 18. At 19, Washington football team's up, and I think they filled a lot of their needs that they had in free agency, and so now I think they'll go with a tackle, Sam Cosmi out of Texas, just to protect Ryan Fitzpatrick if he's going to start. I don't really know yet. But they got a wide receiver in free agency. They got some defensive players in free agency. I think that they need tackle now the most. And so Sam Cosmi's sitting there, great pass protector. I think they'll like him a lot. Just plug him in, start him right away. Sam Cosmi at 19. Now at 20, the Bears are up, and I do have a need of quarterback. I don't think they're going to reach on a quarterback here. Tackle, they might reach too because a lot of linemen just got drafted right before them. So now wide receiver, I think they need. And I think they'll take Rashad Bateman out of Minnesota. I think even though they did franchise tag Allen Robinson, I think he's on his way out. And even if you do keep Allen Robinson, you have him and Mooney, and then that's it. I think they could use another guy, Rashad Bateman. He is like an Allen Robinson, but I think that they need another guy just in case Robinson does leave. So Rashad Bateman at 20 to the Bears. At 21, the Colts are up, and I think they go line here. I think they get Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State. Now, I'm not super high on Tevin Jenkins like some people are, but I think he just fits well with the Colts. He's a really good run blocker, and they want to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor. They have great linemen already, and I think he'll just add to it. So Tevin Jenkins to the Colts here. At 22, the Titans are up, and they kind of filled their edge need in free agency, and so now I think their number one need is cornerback, and I think they go out and get one, and Greg Newsome, the second from Northwestern. He's really climbing up my draft board, my personal draft board. Seeing some really good things on him. I'm not super high, some people are, but he's getting up there for me, and I think the Titans need a guy like him to fill their quarterback need. So yeah, Greg Newsome at 22. At 23, the Jets are back up. As you can see, they still need every position besides quarterback now since I have them getting Zach Wilson. And so I think they go best player available. I think that's Kwity Paye out of Michigan. They need everything, like I said, defense especially, to help out Quinnen Williams there in the middle. I think an edge guy like Kwity Paye could really help their defense, their D-line. So yeah, this is just the best player available. Jets need to get as many good players as they possibly can. So Kwity Paye at 23. At 24, the Steelers are up, and I think a lot of Steelers fans want to see a running back here. I just don't see it happening. I think the running backs are going to fall to the second round, just personally. If not, Najee Harris will pop into the first. But I have the Steelers taking Eric Stokes out of Georgia. I think they need corner pretty badly right now. I think Eric Stokes is a pretty good one. As you can see in this draft, I have a lot more corners getting in the first round. I think that'll happen as well as linemen. I think linemen and corners are being slept on in this draft, and I think a lot of them will go in the first, just like Eric Stokes here to the Steelers. So yeah, at 25, the Jags are up again, and like I said, they're sleeping on linemen and corners. I have the Jags getting a lineman here, and Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame. Really stout out of Notre Dame. Notre Dame's producing a lot of great offensive linemen, and I think Liam Eichenberg is the next great. I think the Jaguars get him to protect Trevor Lawrence here. Just works, fits very well. And yeah, Liam Eichenberg to the Jags. At 26, the Cleveland Browns are up, and I have them taking my boy out of Iowa, Davion Nixon. They do need D-line, and I think Nixon is the best D-lineman. Barmore's a close second in my opinion, but Davion just was amazing this year. I think the Browns really like a guy like him. They have already Iowa D-lineman and Claiborne there, but I think Davion comes in, he starts right away too. So yeah, the Browns with Davion Nixon here. At 27, the Ravens are up, and I have them taking Azeez Ojulari. Sorry, I can't say his name very well. It's kind of tough, but I think he fits really well what the Ravens are trying to do. They need edge very badly, and I think Azeez is a very polished edge rusher that I think the Ravens could utilize right away. I could see him being a defensive rookie of the year if the Ravens can use him right, just because he's getting into a great position for himself. With the Ravens, I think he could have a great sack total there. So yeah, Azeez Ojulari at 27. At 28, Saints are up, and I could easily see him going corner here. They need one pretty bad, but I think this wide receiver is slipping, and they're not having it anymore. I think they got to take him. I think it's Terrace Marshall out of LSU. Just watched his pro day with Jamar Chase. He's a great wide receiver. I think he fits in well with New Orleans, whoever the quarterback may be. I think it's going to help out, and he's LSU, New Orleans, not far there. Cool storyline, but Terrace Marshall to the Saints at 28. At 29, the Packers are up, and I have them taking a cornerback here. As you saw in the postseason, Kevin King was getting toast on every single play, it seemed like, and so I think they need some more cornerback help there. I think they get Kelvin Joseph out of Kentucky. a big corner. Packers love big, tall corners like him, who's fast as well. I think he fits right into Green Bay's system. It's just a player they want to have. I think Kelvin Joseph just fits. And at 30, the Bills are up, and like I said, there's going to be a lot of corners, I think, in the first round. I have the Bills taking another one, Aaron Robinson out of UCF. Seen some great things out of him. He's climbing up draft boards as well. I just think there's so many teams in the first round that need corner that are willing to take one. And I think the corner class is top heavy in my opinion. And so I think all these teams are going to try and get him before they're gone. And so Aaron Robinson here to the Bills. At 31, the Kansas City Chiefs are up. And as you saw in the Super Bowl, their O-line was trash. And so they cut a lot of them. And so I think they're trying to replace it. They just replaced them with Austin Blythe, I saw, for center. I think they still need tackle, and I think they go Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. I don't know a whole lot about Jalen Mayfield. Just being a lineman, you don't see like highlights like you do these guys. I haven't done a lot on him, but I think he's the next best lineman left, so I think the Chiefs take him here with the 31st pick. And at 32, to round out this first round mock draft, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are up, and I have them taking Christian Barmore from Bama. I think that they're drafting him in plans to replace Ndamukong Suh with him. Now they do have Suh for one more year. I think he signed 1 year. But once he's gone, I think it's Barmore's time. Now the Bucs could easily go wide receiver here. Tony has fell this far. I think they need a wide receiver because Antonio Brown hasn't signed anywhere yet. If Antonio Brown does end up signing with them, I don't think they need a wide receiver then. But the wide receivers class in this draft is so deep. I think they could get someone in the second round almost as good as Tony, and so I think they go D-line here with Barmore. Here is the top 32. If you want to pause it and look, you can. I'm not going to have it on the screen for very long because I want to get to the best available still. So yeah, there's the top 32. And now for the best available. We got Najee Harris and Travis Etienne, the running backs, still on the board. We got Kadarius Toney, who fell. We have some edge rushers in Rousseau and Osai that didn't get picked. Just some question marks there for me. Some linebackers in Nick Bolton, Zayvon Collins that didn't go. And then some linemen in Creed Humphrey. Now, if you want to see me do a second round mock draft, or first and second round mock drafts, let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Love doing this type of stuff. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Peace.